Brazil declares war on Greece. Well, that's interesting, seeing as Brazil at the other side of the map, but China, where is this army going? That's a very cheeky army, especially because Brazil have battleships. Is this a war you really want to start? I mean, that's a battleship armada. That thing could one-hit any of your troops if it was in the water. No, stop it, China. This is not the way to proceed. But proceed they shall. China going to war with Brazil. Now, they have landed on this middle bit of the island, as we know, because the computer is really smart. That means that China are going to move all of their army way down here to the capital. And avoid all combat, just get blown to bits by all the range attacks, and then it'll just be embarrassing from that point onwards, really. Not that I'm cynical in any way, but I just this game makes you cynical. Corinth yet again flipping and then going back to Mongolia. Well, these guys just can't make up their mind, can they? Are they or aren't they? Oh, I say that Brazil did send battleships to Greece. Oh dear. It's poor Sparta. They think they've done so well, but they're like getting swordsmen. But there's a battleship that's just about to start blowing their walls to bits. That's unfortunate. Mapushi's back for round 2. That would have been worrying had you actually bought any siege equipment, but nope, for now it's all good. Well, the Kree couldn't wait to take this city, but it is going to flip in one turn, so we'll see if they were right to be worrying about it. I personally think that's going to flip to the Kree just anyway. Seeing, yeah, there we go, it's gone. So really they didn't need to attack it like that, but they did, and yeah, there you go. So as the battle for Corinth rages on, let's just quickly check in with people. So the Kree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities now, doing very well indeed for themselves. Mongolia, though, we're going to ignore Corinth for now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities as well. So really level pegged at the moment. Mapushi just having the weirdest game, just their 3 cities completely undefended at the moment as they go and again try and take on Greek lands. It's not going to work. Rebellion in 4 turns. They're going to have to take Sparta as well, and Mongolia look like they might. Oh, they very almost just grabbed the city there. That's a shame. Brazil, actually, the ones with their battleships, really putting the pressure on for Greece there. They couldn't. It looks like the battleships just wrecked Spartan walls. Having lost that city, China is now on 5. Brazil on 6. Both really just having a quiet game, except from Brazil. You know, that is fairly impressive, sending battleships around the other side of the world. Mapushi did win this city. Now, is that enough for them to keep loyalty? Full loyalty in 5 turns? Yes. Mapushi have a foothold. Now, are the Kree going to regret that? Are Mongolia going to regret that? Probably both, to be fair. Corinth is rebelling in 7 turns. There are no neutral troops to be destroyed from Corinth, so they won't be able to speedbed up. Kree declaring war on China as well. Now this could be really interesting. They basically have control of this sea with the navy. They've got anti-tank guns, they've got ironclads, they've got bombards, they've got infantry corps against cavalry and musketmen. So they really have the tech advantage. It's just whether or not the Kree can sustain as a logical attack is required as to take down another civ like China. It's going to be a real ask. Corinth surrounded by Kree, Mongolia and Mapushi. This is going to be interesting to see which way this city flips. I think it's probably going to go... No, it didn't go Mongolia. I thought they'd run their troops in. No. And it's also not going to go Mapushi, even though they've got troops right outside it. Oh my god, if this goes to the Kree, the Mapushi would have really shot themselves in the foot, because that infantry corps, yeah, has taken it. Oh my god, Mapushi, you just are the worst. What are you doing? That was yours to take. That was literally yours to take, and no, you didn't go anywhere near it. Now the Kree are on 10 cities, I think. Really just in first place. Down this side of the map, Mongolia goes after Brazil. Now, it's an interesting one. Mongolia haven't thrown as high-tech an army at them. They've got musketmen and frigates as opposed to battleships and infantry. Brazil, with their battleships, I just can't see that losing too heavily. But you know what? Actually, impressively, it looks like Mongolia are actually using their frigates to take down wall strength. Now, I don't want to celebrate too quickly, but my god, if Mongolia are actually... Oh no, there goes the frigate. Yep, just ignore what I was about to say. It's peace on the China-Kree front. What has happened? What was the result and worth of all of that blood and spilt and lives lost. Nothing. Literally nothing has happened. I hope you both are ashamed of yourselves. Oh look, the frigate's back. Hello, frigate. He just gets shy. Every time we look at him, he runs off. No, you stay. Stay here and blow up some walls. Don't get shy. Just be you. Do you. I mean, Mapuche have declared war on Brazil. That's a big deal. Maybe. So, I mean, if they came from literally the other side of the map. But I mean, I'm sure it could be I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's a big deal. What the hell is going on over here? Oh my god, just sort it out, people. Yevran, this is your territory. Oh my god, you need to build a wall, Yevran. You literally need to build a wall. Stop these people from just crawling over your land. Mongolia are fighting you. Come on. Sort it out. Just as I was losing faith, Mongolia goes and not only builds an airport, which is great because now Mongolia might be able to A, nuke or B, bomb people, but also Mongolia start throwing, I mean it's gone now, it's got shy, but they started throwing submarines at the walls and now the walls are destroyed. This is an open target. If Mongolia decided to attack that city, they could take it, and you know what, with all these cities around it, they may even have the loyalty to keep it. In fact, this city would then start losing loyalty, which, you know, would probably fall into the hands of the Cree, but this might work for Mongolia. If they play their cards right here, they might be able to do something. Although there's a lot of Brazilian battleships here. I mean, my god, that's a lot of battleships. Oh my god, but fear not, Mongolia. Here come the Mapuche reinforcements. They've brought the grand total of 2 supply convoys, an artillery army, 2 cavalry, a weird cavalry, and a ranger. But don't worry, they in no way have to fly past like 7 battleships to get there. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. They're going to be great help, Mongolia. Don't worry. These are your knights in shining armor racing through the side of the battlefield. I mean, no, they're going to get sunk. I don't even want to watch this. This is just going to be Brazil with battleships sinking poor army units, trying just to sail across the world. Oh, it's going to be appalling. Or they're just going to swim straight past Brazil, who are not going to do anything about it. Oh, well, okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, they're not doing a thing. Cool. Mongolia are somehow taking out Yevran, though, which is fairly impressive. I mean, good on you. Yevran has stood the test of time for no longer. It'll never muddy our waters again. And come on, that's got to be... There we go. Yevran's been taken. But are they going to keep it? 7-turn rebellion? No, you see, I thought Mongolia might have a chance there, but no. Completely surrounded. So this is going to be interesting. Who's going to win that one? It's got to be Mapuche. And actually for them, this will be a bridge between the land masses. So again, it looks like Mapuche are going to benefit from foreign aggression. Just such a weird game from them. Really weird. Whoa. That's a navy. Fair enough. That is also a land army. That's interesting. Normally I'd say, what's the computer doing? And actually, as battleships come, I could still ask the question, what is the computer doing? But it doesn't have any walls. That's a zero wall city. You know, Mongolia might actually grab that one, if they're lucky. Now I take that back. Yevran stabilizes. Mongolia are going to hold on to it. And he said, I thought that might be the case. 16 population city here is nothing to be sniffed at. That's impressive. I mean, they've also got bombers in the area to defend it. I mean, if Mongolia really try and stabilize here, they could bully some of these smaller powers. I mean, I say that Brazil is, I mean, it's just built its wall back, so I mean, that was an anticlimax. I thought Mongolia might do something there, but nope. Yet again, we are foiled by the AI. The Cree has also declared war on Brazil, and Brazil have made peace with Mongolia. I was about to say that's an interesting one, because if the 2 superpowers of this map both teamed up on Brazil, that could really lose out for them, but no. Brazil very tactically making peace with Mongolia, just as the Cree start to attack. So maybe the Cree bargained there that Brazil would be fought on, fighting on 2 fronts. It's not to be. The Cree don't really have the army down here to attack Brazil, so I'm wondering what do they think they're going to get out of that one? That's a difficult place to attack. Turn 160, something, and Mongolia has had the audacity to double settle right next to Mapuche, just to really let them know that, like, nope, you guys are doing terribly, and we're going to settle right on top of you, and then put bombers. Oh, and look, Mongolia has now declared war on Mapuche. Oh my goodness, this could be tactical genius. I mean, it could also go horrifically wrong, but oh, I really want this to work out for them. Go on, drop a nuke on it now. Drop a nuke on it, surprise us all. Looking around, Mapuche are pretty much entirely out of troops. I mean, I don't know where their troops are kind of all off to the left of the map over here. In their homeland, they've got anti-tank crew, a couple of artillery divisions, and a solitary submarine prowling the waters, while Mongolia is invading with a pretty sizable task force, actually. They've got to be really careful here. It doesn't matter how bad AI is, if they get surrounded with absolutely no army to keep their land safe, they're just going to get swamped. Down south, it looks like the Cree in Brazil are pretty much at a stalemate. Mechanized infantry, armies all sort of around the borders, so technologically Brazil is inferior, but maybe the terrain, this river, the battleships protecting the lands, Brazil they're not being taken thus far. They're really putting up a determined defense. China have just declared war on Brazil, and it looks like they're going to send some troops down here. So really, Brazil just at the bottom of a lot of attacks. And you know what, actually, look at this, no walls. No walls on any of these two cities. I'm not entirely sure why. Is that a glitch? Is that the fact that Brazil just didn't build walls on these two cities? I'm not sure, but this leaves China with, well, almost a pretty free reign. They've got to be careful here. They've got artillery, they've got anti-tank armies. This could be dangerous for them. That's right, Mongolia. Attack the walls directly with your army and spread your troops out over as large an area as possible, just to really make sure that as many of your troops die as possible. Could you imagine if you're an army commander and these guys were all like real and alive, and you were just like, nah, I want to spread it, all the attack over everywhere and just take maximum casualties. Mongolia making peace with Mapuche. Oh my god, Mongolia, that was almost brilliant, and really, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. The Cree now doing exactly the same thing. Just spread your infantry over as many cities as possible. Oh look, they've built walls up around the city now. This game, it's so brilliant, yet so frustrating. Again, it's just the common sense of the AI. They're being attacked by almost an exclusively mechanized infantry army, and so they decide to build anti-tank crews everywhere. These things are designed to get destroyed by mechanized infantry. This one troop there just took half the health off that army, and it's just regular troop. I mean, it's just like, what are you doing? Please just sort it out. Just sort something out, please. Mongolia and China now, that's a bit of a non-starter. The only thing that I can think of is maybe Mongolia going after a city-state of China's, but no, it doesn't look like that. It just looks like some weird alliance war going on there. Not entirely sure what that one's about. Oh my god, China though has a massive army. 1, 2, 3, 3 artillery, is about 5 boats and submarines going on. So Brazil's still being invaded, but I mean, there's just like this flotilla of battleships. They're really just sandwiched in, but really defending themselves well, Brazil. I mean, they're not doing well in this game, but they are at least holding out, which is impressive. The Cree, though, being attacked by barbarian mechanized infantry, so the Cree really doing bad on amenities. War weariness must be a problem for them, and considering the amount of troops they've lost to China right now, you can see why. China thought better of it and has made peace with Brazil. I think they might have actually lost that entire floating army to the Brazilian battleships there. That's some appalling attacking China. I thought you were supposed to be the art of war experts here. No, not so much really. The Cree just in and out, having all kinds of loyalty problems in pretty much every one of their frontier cities, so the Cree having a bit of a dark age problem right now. It's not going to lose anything. Rebellion in 266 turns, so at the end of the day it's going to be fine. But they do also have rocket artillery armies. If they can just land these, instead of like embarking it right next to the Brazilian city so that it can get destroyed, they can actually ground that and attack with it. They're going to do really well. Oh no, just really embark it right next to the city. Yeah, that's going to do really well there. You know what? I hope Brazil counterattack and beat the Kree here. I really do. Brazil have earned it. Genuinely speaking, the Kree have been very lackluster in this fight. They've lost a lot of troops. Genuinely speaking, they've been terrible. Oh look, they're now landing one mechanized infantry army over here. Oh, actually though, nuclear submarines off the coast to attack the city. That's interesting. Are we going to see a nuke, please? Come on, we've got 13 turns left. Please, show us a nuke. Give us a nuke. Yeah, those submarines actually blowing the walls to bits. If that mechanized infantry army actually walks in and takes that city, I mean, they're going to lose it. The Kree will lose it, but that will really hinder Brazil, because Brazil's army are just going to get put... No. Yeah. Why? Why? You know, the more I look at Mapuche here, the more it's just so strange. Maybe they haven't needed to leave. They've got the Great Zimbabwe, so they're pretty damn rich. They've got the Colosseum, so they're pretty damn happy. I mean, they've kind of got everything they need here. Water parks, helicopters. Maybe they never needed to leave. I mean, they do have another settlement over here, just hanging out, you know? Completely inaccessible because they can't get to it via all of these sort of foreign territories unless they've got open borders, which I kind of don't think they do. It's just really strange. China just C- really. Could have done better. Could have tried better. They never really got into this game. I mean, look, they're now finally attacking a bunch of city-states here, but it's all a little bit too little too late, really. I mean, I kind of expected you to have a bit of a better game. Missile cruiser armadas can deal a lot of damage in the right hands, and you just didn't do it, really. I'm a little bit disappointed. Brazil, on the other hand, didn't really get involved with the game too much, but I was fairly impressed with their ability to defend themselves. They held back. Mongolia attacked, Korea attacked, China attacked, Mongolia attacked, Korea attacked. I mean, just, they've been constantly at war. They are the North Korea of our sort of civilization here, but again, they've done well. I'm not going to put them through because they haven't done much, but what they have done, they've done well. Good on you, Brazil, for surviving. Well done. And so as we looked at the clustered armies of the Kree and Mongolia, we asked ourselves, who should win this? Who should win? I mean, looking at the map, it's quite clear that they are both first and second in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cities for the Kree. They did very well. They settled very quickly. They grabbed the middle of the map. They waged pretty decent war up to the north. They forward settled and sort of took a city from loyalty, but again, haven't really done too much. They've just kind of done what they've done well. Again, a bit like China. Mongolia, again, settling rapidly. It was quite clear at the start of the game that these two were doing best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cities. Possibly my highlight of the game was the double settle right on the Mapuche's borders and then declaring war on them. It was just the best. I mean, it didn't work because the AI can't fight at all, but it was fun. Nonetheless, I enjoyed it. So whilst we can all agree that these two both deserve to be put into the final, both as the winner and then also as one of my 2 wildcard picks, I think I've got to give it to Mongolia. It's controversial. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think I've picked right? I like the aggression of Mongolia, the fact they've stretched over such a weird bit of the map. They took Yevron, genuine city-state. They forward settled people right on every border they could. They fleshed out with army. They've tried to surprise attack. The AI has kind of stumped them at all opportunities, really. But I think Mongolia has done very well. So there we have it, the end of semi-final number 3. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We have one more heat, the final itself, and in the final we have possibly the 2 best civs by far that we have seen. We've got Rome, the ever-expanding, aggressive powerhouse. The Roman AI just seems to be fantastic. We've also got Korea, just incapable of being out-teched and really just fantastic at building the science game. We've got these two, we've got Kree and Mongolia. Again, both seem to settle very well. They both seem to arm very well. Just you can see just like one good game from both of these and they could win. Just a little bit different and they could easily push a victory out. And finally, I think I'm probably going to put through America from Heat 2 as my best of the rest. Let me know again in the comments, do you think I've picked right? America, just for me, had the most solid game of everybody else. I don't think they did spectacularly, but I think thrown into a game with the other 4 civs that we know do really well. We've seen Rome, Korea, the Kree and Mongolia all do very well 2 games in a row now. I'm hoping that America will be able to stand up to the others, and they settle well, they fight well. I think they might be able to compete. So thank you very much for watching. Join me next time for the final, and until then, I shall see you later. Bye!